Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rise of Industry. Last time we were playing around with Ham, Cyril, however you pronounce this place right here. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But anyway, we've been messing around here, which is great. And we set up a nice, lovely steel manufacturing area place so we can make cans. And we brought in some fish. We're making tinned fish out here. And I have in the storage. Yeah, we actually have some in storage, which is kind of cool. So I can technically ship them off and to other places if I wish. I can actually send them to Ulfa, which actually might be an interesting thing to do since they also want 10 fish. In fact, let's do that real quick. Let's actually send these to Ulfa, which is not that far away, and get them a little bit of love because they are my starter town. Food Factory 1 and Food Factory 2. We'll give them. We'll just keep switching around with their destinations. Commercial, Ulfa. It'll just take them a little bit longer to get to Ulfa. There you go. So Ulfa's getting some love with the fish. So they might boost to get a hardware store as well. They're surrounded by some gas and some oil as well, so they might get some oil-based products and stuff because there's some oil and some gas up here, which is some there's some paintworks materials literally right here, so they get some lovely paintworks materials going. But we were going to mess with new stuff that we can do with Ham's hardware store, because they want some glassware. And we have sand literally just chilling out down here most of the time, just chilling in a bin. So we have 40 that I'm gonna have to dump, or I need to do something with it. So let's do something with it. Now the deal is, my hardware store's over here. I'd rather build a new train station over this way and utilize it from there. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. I can either build off, because technically they just built a little house right there. They've kind of blocked me there. So I don't want to block their expansion, essentially. That's one thing I don't want to do. Because you can only send out so many things. I have to build a new train station regardless. So I need to figure out where I want to build. And they built a house there which completely blocked this. They're blocking their own sheep farm. They've blocked their own sheep farm. They have a livestock farm, but they have no sheep. That's really interesting. Can I destroy their sheep farm? Yeah, I can. That's a very useless sheep farm. Because I don't think they have any sheep. Yeah, they don't have any sheep products. That's kind of lame. But I don't want to block their expansion. So I don't want to try to block most of this area, even though they've technically blocked themselves. The deal is they're blocking themselves. So what I could actually do is I could actually give them a road. Maybe they won't grow on my roads. Will they grow on my roads? I don't even know if they'll grow on my roads. I don't know if they'll place things on my roads. Oh, they must, because this was my road. And no, they do place on my roads. Okay. So this was my road, but they did place on it. So I'm going to actually build a road here. And we're going to give them areas to, build little houses and stuff. Because I want them to actually be able to build stuff and expand. So this is going to be kind of their area and stuff. So this is theirs here. So they can build their town this way. I don't care what they do with it, Whatever they want to do what you wish here. But I'm going to build out over here. And the reason I wanted to do it now is because I'm going to build a train track. that's going to like block this section. So we're going to build a train track that's going to go behind their wheat farm. That's going to like cut across here. That's great. We're going to go ahead and like make another road that goes over it and over this way. That's a very loud vehicle. And this can be Hamster Shoals' actual town expansion, so I can expand up that way. So that's fine. But we're going to connect up my roads. So, if you, why you never want to connect the way I want to? That looks dumb, but it's fine. It works. I'm going to delete this road here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, so cooperate. Thanks. All right, so we have this, which allows me to put a new train station somewhere. I'm going to put it. I turned the camera again. I don't like it. I want to put the train station right. I'm going to put it right here. As I said, I don't want to completely block Hamster Shoal from expansion. But I don't know exactly how much they actually expand. But I don't want to block that expansion either. So this is actually going to be my full connection with them. There's me a connection with them at it's gonna be I don't know, Glassland. Alright, so we're gonna do that. I actually have this is actually a perfect place for a carpenter as well. I mean a lumber mill. So we're gonna actually go out here, connect with some roads, and do some wood chopping, wood gathering, because there's tons of trees out here, which is great. So we're going to actually go ahead and start doing that. We're going to do a lumber mill. Tons of trees out here, which is great. It's actually awesome. Right. Where am I going to put it? The lumber mill, put down all the trees to do it. I was going to put a glassworks right here, and I was like, wait a minute, there's a lot of trees here, too. I can actually just pop a lumber mill up here. I'm going to pop the lumber mill. You think I'm going to crazy get rid of some of those trees, but there's a lot of trees over here. And add the harvesters down this way. And this will be one of their things they're actually asking for. That's wonderful, isn't it? So we're actually like completely just catering to the crap out of them. So we actually got this going. I'm going to destination the commercial hub of Hamster Shoal. The only place that wants it at the moment, besides the outside world and state. So we have this going. Eventually we'll actually set up like carpenters and stuff and actually utilize that stuff right here in front of it. We have plenty of space right here that we can utilize the crap out of it right in front of it. And we also want to set up glassworks. Glassworks and smeltery. Actually, I may just set up right here because I don't want to actually come down right here. Trying to figure exactly where I want to set them. I'm going to put it there and put it right next to it. They're never going to build that sheep farm, are they? They never built it. Because normally they build it and they build it right next to it. And they never build it because I don't think they're ever going to build it. Okay, we're going to build it right here. I don't think they're ever going to build it there. I think it's broken. But anyway, this is going to make, obviously, glass. This is obviously going to make the next one, which is glassware. And so this is going to take sand. After I select sand, because I haven't selected the sand. That I haven't gotten yet. Then we're going to put it into the sandstream soil. One. Alright, so we're going to get this all set up, all situated. And we'll have all this ready and working for as soon as I make a lovely new trade route from Sandy Beach. Get me some lovely sand up here. We can get it here, and this is going to be Glassland. And we'll get this all going. So let's get me some sand up here, so I can start making some glassware for this lovely town. So that's working. I spent a lot of money, so let's speed this up to max speed so they can start getting... I hate this connection. They're actually utilizing it. That's hilarious. Look, they're actually going, wee! Sometimes. It's kind of funny. They're actually starting to work. They're actually making a finished product, which is here, which is funny. So we're actually making money off of this town stuff. And we're actually filling their supply. I don't know if they'll boost into another line afterwards, since I'm filling their supply in two fronts. I mean, technically we are not filling their food supply right now, we're filling their hardware supply. Completely. Which is pretty cool. Look at that. Profit, profit. They really like me giving them wood and glass. So we'll see. As I said, I'm not really happy about the food situation. They want more. They're so demanding about the fish. Maybe I need to quit giving them to Ulfa and just giving them more from the fish factories? Sorry, Ulfa. I'm trying to boost this town. Alright. So we're trying to boost the tar out of Hamstreet Shoal. Hammy Town. How many grapes do I have? Do I have a lot of grapes in storage? I have a lot of grapes in storage. If I have more trucks, we may give their boost their supply up. Crazy. Maybe they're out of place to actually spread, but they actually are spreading. Look, there's a new little house here. It's actually quite interesting. The deal is I am actually negative because I have more. Oh, no, I bought vehicles. We're almost to their maximum supply. We're like teetering. We're like missing something, it seems. I don't know when 80,000 position. I don't know when they take to the next tier of need. But I guess my next bet would be to get some kind of... Oh, there's 100,000 population. I guess my next bet would be to get... It's a town. My next bet would be to get... Oh, look how fast this town is growing. Well, that's pretty neat, just to sit here and watch this town grow. I guess my next bet would be to get a meat farm for this town. Because that's another demand they wish to have, is meat. And they also want pies and cakes. And if I would go for pies and cakes to try to supplements its demand and stuff. It's eggs and milk. It just thinks that they don't have cows or something. I could utilize that to, boost that. But they want pies and cakes. And if I use cows and chickens, really I don't need, I could use like just one chicken. They are using my robes, which is good. Just trying to figure out where to put them. I could build it all down here. I have tons of space right here. But I would have to get more water. That's the problem. Because I utilize a lot of water. I am getting a little bit of a profit. Something's bleeding my profit margin out. It's building up keep. It's kind of a problem. Building up keeps a little bit crazy. It might be a little bit more on the not necessarily needed side of things. The Ulfa grown. Ulfa has not grown. So I think every time, I think I'm figuring, I have 2 wheat farms. I think every time that you push their supply demand up to the max, it boosts a chance for a house to tick. And it took me a while to figure that out, but I have not done with that with Ulfa. I've only made money off of it. And so I'm not getting the better stuff, which is unfortunate. So to do that with Ulfa, I need to do that with their demand thing. But I've gotten their hardware store like completely like supplied up. Just they love me for it. They're like, oh, you're giving us wood and you're giving us glass. We love glass. Glass is great. But fabric, let's slow this down. Fabric is something to look into. I'm guessing fabric you had to grow cotton for. Again, that's water. That's a lot of water. Now dye is easy to do. I say that, but it's just coal and oil, which is conveniently right here, and a pyrochemical plant. So technically, I could do dye for them as well. This town's so easily, technically I also have coal already backlogged like crazy. I have so much coal just sitting in storage. Do I have oil anywhere near me here? Just chilling. I have oil here. I have wood just sitting here as well. So technically, if I wanted to try to make more money, I could just use lumber for something. No one wants it. I could export it, but that involves setting up an exporting point, which would be just easy. Because I have my Ulfa point. Just simply, as I said, go down here and set up an exporter. I have a lot of iron just chilling here. That made that road be so funny. It's kind of funny. I could just simply make an exporting train terminal, which is not unheard of for me. I don't think it's going to let me put it. I'd have to like dye around everything. I think it'd be better if I did it that way. This could be exporting. And then I can connect up with the train track. I'll just leave that way. I'm not going to mess with it right now. So let's connect this up with the line. We'll connect it that way, and we'll also connect it that way. It just looks better that way. I don't think I'll actually have to do that. I think I just like it because it looks better. It looks more realistic, I guess. You wouldn't turn at a completely 90-degree angle. Not really. I said I wasn't going to fix it, but I can't stand it. So I can actually do something with the carpentry stuff. So let's do that. Let's produce something with the carpentry and like utilize these logs because they're extra. Why not? I can produce barrels. Ooh, I can produce barrels and make alcohol with those grapes. I can produce wooden furniture that no one wants yet. Let's produce wooden furniture. And then we'll send it to the train station and ship it out. Let's send this out of town because no one wants it right now. Until somebody wants it, yeah, I don't have any need for it. So in the lumberyard, let's send some stuff into my thing because no one wants this wood. We have too much wood. We have way too much wood. So we're gonna send this. I didn't even name that guy. So let's name this guy. Let's name my exports. I don't even have a freaking road for it yet. But we're going to name this Exports 1. And we're going to have wooden furniture. This is the first time I've ever made wooden furniture, which is pretty cool actually. So wooden furniture. We're going to have one truck delivering all these things because we don't need any more than that. And they'll have all this stuff shipped out of town because that's the thing to do. And so we'll have these things delivered all the way to the train station. Get them out of our face, use some of this stuff, and we'll get some stuff out of Glassland. Some of these wooden furniture tables. We'll get some of these tables out of our face. We're not going to wait for a lot. We'll just wait on like 2 stacks of them, and we'll go ahead and send them on to exporting. There we go. We'll go ahead and export. There we are. So that'll get rid of some of our stuff. So let's get these things. Let's speed it up, and let's see if we profit off of these things. So we should maybe go back in the green, possibly. I don't know. We'll see soon. That's why I did only 2 stacks, so we can try to utilize it. I want to be able to utilize it. Now I could simply get this oil and hook it up with this to utilize all this excess coal we have, because I have a lot of coal. There's no reason to get another coal mine if I already have a ton of coal. There's no reason to do it. I'm just down 4,000. And these people won't die as well, and die sells for only 6,000 then. That's the thing. They only won't die if it's only 4,000. It seems like my food production value is not that much. Well, we're not making quite as much as I wish we were. We're still down a little bit. That's not a problem. We're down just a tiny bit. All this building upkeep. That's what's getting me. I added an extra couple of buildings and I'm having building upkeep for them. Dragging me down. Maybe I should just get rid of some of those stupid coal factory pieces. So I have too much coal. So I could just pop a couple of those things and not have them anymore. I only need like 1 coal per 10 iron. That's the thing. That's what the big problem is. It's 1 coal per 10 iron. So you get 37 units. So I only need one of the. I only need maybe 3 of these. So really, I could probably get rid of 2 of these. This is 13,000. If I pop one of these, it'll be less production. And instead of them just sitting full. So they're just sitting there. They're not doing anything. It's like, oh yeah, we utilize you for a day. So 10 coal ore. Or it's 2 for 1. It's 2 for 1. So that's 5. So I would need 10 of these So really, if I just doubled up. I don't know why I keep saying 10. Oh, because I needed 10 iron ores for the one. That's what I meant. That's my brain was a little backwards. So they're not getting it in there, are they? But that's what they keep waiting on, is coal ore. What the crap? Why do they keep waiting on coal ore then? I'm not even paying attention to my money. Let's slow this down for a second. Micromanage moment. Destination coal smelter. Let's push it to 2 then. And then let's speed this up. And let's see how fast this goes. So we are feeding 2 tanneries. Yeah, we're just waiting on 10s. Because they make 1 equals 1. Let's fix this. Optimization. Let's optimize the tar out of this, huh? I don't see smoke in these. They need to have smoke in them. They need to have smoke in these constantly. That's the problem, I see. That's why I'm a negative. My 10 fish is just sitting there. So I have building upkeep that's not doing anything. If buildings are just sitting there, there's no reason for them just to sit there. Sometimes you just have to sit there and watch them. Especially on full speed like this. Like I hear these are going. So this one's not going right now. This is waiting on Sam, but it's waiting on the train. And this may be the train. No, it's not the train. This is probably the train for it. And now here's the thing. Okay, see, it was just waiting on the train. And as soon as it's going to load up like 20 flasks. It takes 3. You have to think it takes 3. And see, now I'm running a green line. All because I optimized my fish. The deal is now is fish sitting in my storage. No, I have 10s and fish sitting in my storage. I have more than enough fish and more than enough 10s. That's interesting. I can actually make more fisheries, technically. That's quite interesting. So technically I could ship the fish somewhere else. I could technically ship the fish. Yeah, I can ship the fish to Ulfa. I think I hit dump on one of them. I think I can ship the fish to Ulfa, and I actually ran Redline that month. I can ship the fish to Ulfa and do the same thing in Ulfa. And give them a fishery. They're utilizing this. I have to make another line there. That's quite interesting to think about. I can actually duplicate my fishery, which is quite cool. But the deal is I don't have 10s. I can actually utilize my 10s. I think I should start backlogging on 10s. No, I'm not backlogging on 10s. Only in one of them was I backlogging in 10s. Why am I backlogging in 10s only in one of them? Food Factory 2 is not getting 10s. That's quite interesting. Sometimes it's really interesting how that's one thing I wish you could do. See, now Food Factory 2's just got one. I wish you could make sure that it gets them. Yeah, I set this thing to the fact that it gets them. I guess it just depends whichever trucks gets there first. I don't know. I wish it makes sure that hay reverses, but it's not like that. It's kind of weird. So we should be pushing their demand again. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of strange. As I said, it's pretty much a micromanaging kind of situation. But I have extra fish sitting down there at Sandy Beach, so it's just something to think about and something to remember. But I have a lot of fish just chilling there and waiting. Now, as I said, I could, quite obviously, utilize my excess coal, which I may not have as much of anymore. I still have 70 something. I could utilize this coal and gather some oil and also make dye. But is it worth it, the 6,000 per dye, to make the oil rig, which is going to be like a 13k upkeep, at least 9k upkeep, to make, and not counting the factory to make the dye. So is it worth it? Is it worth making a new factory for just one item? Probably not. So the deal is, I'm making several things off my sand. I have, what, 1, 2, 3 things being made off sand. So I'm actually making 2, 4, 6, about 60,000 off of one sand production, which is 11,000 a month, which is quite interesting. That's not counting the train running, but I don't know how much the trains actually upkeep. So that's hard to math. But I'm using 90,000 in vehicles, which is quite insane. I have over full storage of water. That's what I say to that. So really the water here situation is kind of insane too. That's another thing. So the water situation is also feeding quite a bit of things. So really the train situation, using a train, I didn't think was going to be a good thing because of the distance. But it ends up being a good thing because it gives you an extra buffer. Because you have this thing being a warehouse, this thing being a warehouse, and this thing being a warehouse, and these internal storages on these things being a warehouse. There's really not farm. The farm guzzles water. But I supplemented the guzzling of water by utilizing the town. Because the town is what waters the oranges. That was a quick supplementation. So I had to get water for these. So as I said, water goes to the orange juice factory, the other orange juice factory, and the water goes to my grapes. So it goes to 3 things. But this hardly gives me anything. It's not getting hardly any water. It's kind of annoying. I've got water in here. It just feels like it's not getting enough water. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, I wish I knew what the next tier of, items were. But what I think I may want to do, instead of me just rambling about what I've done here and try to figure out what to do next. So sheet oil right here. So it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. What I'm probably going to do next is they want fabric. I have their demand full though. I could start working on another town and just let this thing go, or I can start working on pies and cakes. I think I may work on pies and cakes because I can utilize the meat as well. I can sell the meat. I can get the cows and chickens and stuff done. I'm keeping a tiny bar. They don't really give a crap about the grapes. They're probably going to stop getting the grapes eventually. But I can utilize this entire area right here for pies and cakes. And utilize that section. Because I can sell the meat, pies and cakes. And the meat sells for more than the grapes. And then I can also utilize their entire demand. But that'll be for next time. So I'm going to leave it here. And next time we'll continue with ham, and we'll actually give them ham. Actually, probably beef and chicken, because they don't have ham. But I'm getting a tiny profit. But if I can pull this off, so that's all this maintenance. It kills me. If I can pull this off, then I might be able to fully profit boost. I'm not sure. Otherwise, I don't know what's bleeding me out here. I will have to figure out exactly what's bleeding me out. Did I export this? I did. It's when the wooden furniture exports when I get a profit. I see. We'll have to see about that. But we will do this next time. Until then, bye.